We've been having a good time this month. I've been having a good time sitting in the old rocker here, which is probably over 100 years old. My oldest daughter, Elaine, rescued it from the cottage that my dad had built back in about the 1950s up in the region between Kingston and Ottawa. And in fact, here are two of my daughters here. The oldest one, this one here, was the one that got the rocker, and I borrowed it for this purpose from her. But there I am, and my two daughters kissing their daddy. Oh, Father's Day. Doesn't that feel good? Really, really feels good. And then the other, I thought I'd do this one too. Now, this is the tombstone of my grandfather in the cemetery in Elgin, Ontario, again up between Kingston and Ottawa and Highway 15. And I treasure the memories of my family. That's one of the reasons that I am doing this personally for my family. About 30 different categories of subjects that you could address. Your reflections, values, experiences, and family history. Now, it's helping you to organize it so you can pass on what you believe to future generations. One of the saddest Bible verses I've ever read was back in the ancient history of Israel, where it says, "There arose a generation who knew not the God of their fathers." I saw a political leader on the CBC not long ago who rejected the values of his own father and also his very famous university professor uncle, who was a C.S. Lewis scholar. I just think we need to maintain the values of our families. And so here is what I've written about family life. Now, I don't have a lot of time to read everything I've written, but I do want to read just a little bit. Some of Dad's poems. Now, my kids have copies of this book. I published this. My dad actually left it just in a handwritten form, and I put it in a book, not only for my children, but several thousands of others who've written in and asked me for it back in 35 years ago, I guess. But I wrote here, my constant memory of my dad's prayers is this: "Oh God, grant that my family will meet as an unbroken circle around your throne in heaven." Then he'd pray by name for Mother and we three children, his brothers and sisters and their families. I've done my best to pass this on to my children. They all serve God, attend their churches faithfully, and are raising their children the same way. To future generations, I say, pass it on. It's the very best life. The ultimate reward of this is out of this world, that's for sure. Family life in our home, my wife Norma Jean is very wise. She'd say to our children if they misbehaved, wait till Daddy gets home. We considered carefully the consequences, always showed a united mom and dad to our children. Once our decision was made, we spoke it once only, making sure they understood, and then we acted, refusing to discuss it any further. They soon learned that we were people for whom our word was our bond, and no amount of coaxing would change our decision. The result, fair punishment, end of the matter, then kisses and hugs and lots of loves, and sometimes a special treat, and laughter and joy would soon return to our family. How about that? I remember the day we took all the furniture out of the family room and installed a thick shag carpet, not only on the floor but up the walls. The evening was not complete until all of us were on the floor talking, maybe wrestling, telling the latest joke, of course, family devotions. I recommend the above. It works well. Now, this has helped me to organize my thoughts and leave something to my children about family life. And there are so many other subjects in here, animals and pets. I haven't done that one yet. And boy, we had lots of them. Getting old, about being old, and all of this. I want you to have this. And here's how you can get your very own copy of this very special book.